Hello everyone, in this video let us take a look at some application level configurations that you can do with Jira Service Desk on cloud. So as you probably know already that I am making a video series on Jira Service Desk, and I have been using Jira Service Desk on the server version, but I received some feedback from my viewers that they want to do the same thing on cloud. Now, what I will be doing now, I will be creating separate videos on Jira Service Desk for cloud wherever applicable. So let us do a comparison with the Jira Service Desk playlist. So we have talked about how to basically create a project on Jira Service Desk on cloud, and we have seen how it looks like. So in this video, let us quickly take a look at how to create a queue, how to also create a new request type, which is, I believe, we have not really seen. We'll take a look at the workflows, which I think, no, I have made a video on workflows before. I have talked about different workflows that you get out of the box when you create a project using a template. So in this video, let us quickly take a look at few things that are probably different. I know for sure that the way to create a queue is same. The process to create a request type is also same, I believe, but the UI is slightly different. So let us take a look at that very quickly, and we'll see how to hide a field and how to set the default values. Uh, but before that, I want to show you the application level configurations, because these configurations are not really different. So if I log into my cloud instance, and if I go to the top right corner, I can go to my products, and if I take a look at my Jira Service Desk configuration on the left hand side, I can see the exact same configurations that we have on server version. So you can take a look at this video where I talked about application level configurations in my Jira Service Desk uh, playlist for server. So there is no difference. And of course, these things are quite obvious. These things are quite easy to understand. But if you're trying to do a comparison, uh, you should be happy that there is no difference. At the same time, the email request configurations are again same if you compare it with server. However, when you're working on the on cloud version of Jira Service Desk, you have, for each and every project, you get one email address, like the project key followed by your Jira Service Desk URL, and that you can definitely use. So if you send an email to this email address, it will be converted as a ticket. And of course, we need to configure it. We'll see later on how to configure it. So let us take a look at the project, and let us first take a look at the queue, and let us see if it is any different from the queue that we have on server. So I will just get rid of my face so you have more things to see. So let me just open my portal, and if I open my portal here, I can raise a ticket, but I'll raise a ticket in a moment. But I wanted to show you this queue, and right now we are looking at the uh, all open queue. But of course, if you want, you can take a look at other queues here on the left hand side, and you have the option to create a new queue. So when you create a new queue, you have similar options, and we can create a new queue for like major incidents. So there is a request type that I added. Um, I think I will show you how to add a new request type, but I do have a new request type called major incident, and I can include it in my in my JQL, and I can type in here request type is equal to major. I hope I have major incident here. Yes, we do have like a major incident, and we can now see already that we have two major incidents. So if I create this queue, I can see this queue here listed. And if I go to my request types, I need to first, of course, go to project settings. I need to then take a look at my request types. And the request type that I was talking about is something that I added without showing you. Let me just show you very quickly. So there is a new request type, and again, you just need to enter the name and link it to your request or your issue type. So we have done this on server version, but if you're trying to do it on server, it is exactly the same. And when you click on the edit fields, you have the same option to edit the fields by going to the request form. This view is slightly different where you have this issue view, then you have workflow statuses, and you have a request form. So if you go to the request form, you have the same option to add a field where you can add fields like impact, urgency, and maybe component. Let me just add remove component from my form, and if I hide it, I have the option to set a default value. So the process to set a default value so that it is there on the issue or on the request type, but the value is set automatically based on what you set here. So if I go to my right now I just have three visible fields: summary, impact, and urgency. And if I go back to my portal, and if I raise a new major incident, I can add my summary that intranet is down, impact is extensive, urgency is critical. We need to have this up and running, and we can see here that we have just added a new ticket. We have just raised a new ticket, and if I go to my back to projects, and if I monitor my queue, my major incident queue, my cloud instance is running a bit slow today. I can see here that there's a new ticket, intranet is down. And if you remember, we set the component and the priority as default, which is of course set for us automatically. So the process here is again not different if you do a comparison with the server version of Jira Service Desk. So I will be continue making videos separately for cloud wherever applicable, and this way you can relate to the features if you want to do a comparison with the server version of Jira Service Desk. So I hope you found this video useful and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.